All right. Hello, sports fans. We are starting off the day. So this is our first one. Oh, gotta change the table now. So we had a big score yesterday. I'm super excited about it. Any score is good, of course, right? Anything that fundamentally boosts your bankroll and moves you closer to your goals are huge. So one of the things that, by and large, I've tried not to do and not to share is my own personal goals. What it is I want to do, like with the fans, with the media, with the group, is like come up with your own goals and just quietly, discreetly work for them and get it done. Right? Don't tell people what it is you're doing, and they'll think you're crazy and for doing what you're doing, and that's just the way it is. So, last year I tried to go from a $20 to $120 challenge. It took me about 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, something like that, and I lost. I lost my $20. Oh, sorry, let me back up. So Chris Ferguson, because I'm old school, he tried to do this a couple years ago, like a couple decades ago, as it turns out. He went from he emptied out his bank account and went from 0 to 10,000, and it took him about 9 months to do it. And he wanted to prove that it wasn't a fluke, so he went from 0 to 10,000 a second time, and it took him 6 months. And then he tried to go from 10,000 to 100,000, and that's when the fallout from Full Tilt occurred. You can Google all this shit, by the way. But that has kind of stuck with me and resonated with me for years and years and years. This is not a very good hand, by the way. I'm just going to open fold this. So with that in mind, I mean, I tried to go from 0 to 100, and I didn't try very long to do that. It was extremely difficult, like more so than I thought. So then I said, screw it. I deposited $20 into this account, and I tried to go from 20 to 120, which is still the 0 to 100, $100 difference. Was the whole point. Excuse me. And And so I put $20 in and I lost fairly quickly. Like all things being equal, about 4 months. Um, I ended up taking like like 6 weeks off after that. I think I lost like in the first, like mid-November, somewhere in that range. And then I didn't reload until January 4th of this year. Phoebe. I didn't reload until January 4th of this year, and I started. Let's put some chips in here now. And I played. So I played 11-cent tournaments and 55-cent tournaments and took a couple shots. That's a good flop. I like that flop. That's a good bet. It's a good bet. And then I played, and so my sessions went this way and that way and up and down, and it took me 29 sessions to go from 20 to 120. So just less than a month. Now, in terms of actual days, because I didn't play every day, it took me 29 sessions, and I did it, and it was very exciting. I then played, and I kept doing the same thing. So then I did the same as Ferguson. I wanted to go from 100 to more or less 100 to 1,000, and I made a second goal because I made my first goal in 29 days. I wanted to go for my second goal from 100 to 1,000. But I actually never shared that with this group, like with Stream. I never did that. All right, hello, sports fans. I never shared that with the group. I just quietly did it. Went about my way. In the meantime, I've played. Let me take a quick look because I want to make sure that I actually have that correct. That could be an error on my part, the way I'm describing that. I took. Oh yeah, and then so it was like February 24th or so was day 30 or day 29 basically. February 23rd was day 29. It was in Canadian dollars, and then I switched over to American dollars. That's what it was. It's just the way the tracking. It's the same amount of money, it just switches. So my notes have February 24th is day 1. So I continued to play as I'm ought to do, and I started mixing in some cash games as well online, and I got absolutely worked. And so I showed Mrs. Frostmage last night actually my graph of my bankroll, and so I showed her 90 something days. I showed her the last 100 sessions. Is that right? What was yesterday? Yesterday was the 18th. On the 17th was a session 101 of the new challenge. So I've played 130 sessions this year. Is essentially what I'm saying. So it's a new game, new session, trying to get to 100 to 1,000 US. So it's actually $89 to 1,000 because it's switched over to American dollars. Oh, what is this? This is really. Oh, it's an ad. That's why. So I played yesterday So life is good, and I can show her that's going up and down and up and down. But I got really, really worked. My bankroll was at $13.40. Something this past week. Yeah, within the last week, it was about $13. So I was actually debating for the last 2 or 3 days whether I should deposit some money into my account and take a shot at some higher tournaments. And I was like, oh, it's not going very well. But I seriously considered putting some money on here. But again, with $13, maybe I'll just buy into two $5 tournaments and get it down to like $3 or whatever, and figure it out from there. Continue on. July 4th, it turns out, I bought into a 33-cent tournament and won a ticket. And I win lots of these tickets, right? So I won a ticket. I won a $2.22 ticket. So later on that day, an hour later or 2 hours later, or whatever it is, it won me entry into this 2-day event. So I played that tournament. And I would have to look it up. I think it was like, let's say 55 people in the tournament. I don't know, something like that. Because it basically took 10. It said top, maybe it was top 10% of the people, but maybe it was a little bit more than that. Maybe we took top 10 people. I played along, and I think I finished in 3rd place in chipstick in it. I ended up having just short of 1 million chips. I had like 980,000 chips or something like that. And I won into day 2. Like, oh, that's always good, right? Everyone wants to win into the next one and the next one. And I looked at the thing, and it said the chip leader at that tournament at the time, and there was only like 50 of us, had 2 million. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get beat up here. But the guy that came in behind me, he only had like 100,000. He only had like 5 blinds or something like that, which is kind of crazy. But the day 2 was like 2 weeks after that. It was 2 weeks after that. Much that I made a note, put a calendar note here that I'm playing in this tournament, and totally forgot all about it and whatever else. And then boom, it pops up on my screen. Oh, you're in this. I'm like, oh shit, gotta go, gotta play. I started at 1 o'clock yesterday, and I played until 7. So it was a 6-hour tournament. And here's the kicker. This is it. Take the, what's going on over here? This is it. I took that 33 cents into that tournament and won $868, $869 yesterday. 33 cents turned into $869. So don't have to deposit any money into my account, I guess. So we are going to kind of move away slightly. We're not going to play too many 11-cent tournaments anymore. We'll probably start playing more of these like $1.10 tournaments, $2 tournaments. This is a deep stack, so we'll probably start playing more and more of these, as well as we'll probably still play the 55. Like, I think my buy-in range is moved up to the micros. I was on super micros and the micros. I'm just staying right in the plain micros at this point. And I might take a flyer at a $5 tournament every once in a while. What we want is to take the $1.10, buy into some more satellite tournaments, and try and do the same thing with the 33 cent. Win our way into like $109 tournaments now or whatever else. We're going to try and do that a little bit more. Hey, we have a bunch of new followers in here as well from a couple days ago. We got Rastaville, Beep65, Grey Wolf, Brad Barillo came in. Braulio, sorry if I spelt that wrong or pronounced that wrong, Brad. Got 4 new followers. Those guys came over from Brad's Brad's site. He plays on is an ambassador for uh, WPT. So I follow them, and I've been chatting with John as well. That group, these guys are a great group of guys. Highly recommend going to go check out their site. And welcoming guys, thank you. Really, your followers do mean a lot and help out a lot. So, we got another thing we're going to try and do here. So, in that same vein, as it turns out, I won a $109 ticket from a streamer on a website that I don't play on. So he gave me this ticket. I had to create an account. And so I could play this ticket that he gave me. So, and that was like 51 weeks ago. Why do I say 51 weeks? Because I got an email from that website saying, "Hey, you have money in this account, and it's been a year, 51 weeks since you played. If you don't log in within sometime within the next 7 days, the money that you have in there, we're taking it." Like, oh shit! So I had to log in, and I saw how much money is in here, and it's not a whole lot. It's like I think there's only 50 cents or something in this account. So that being said, where is this one? So I have 50 cents in this account. We're going to try and do the same thing. This Chris Ferguson. Oh shit, that was loud. Let's see if we can turn this down. Okay, so let's try this one. We're going to try and take that 50 cents that he has in there and run it up and see what we can do. So this is 888 Poker. Let's come back over to this other one. So you can see here that the name is 2021. This is clearly when I created this account. And we have this one over here, 2022, which is when I created this account. So we'll see how it goes. This tournament is called, can you see it? Yeah, it's up on the top here, called the Big Shot 88. I don't know what that is. 1 through 5 people. There's currently 1,400 people in this event, so this could take a long time. A long time to play and a long time to generate, but you're getting an entry into 5 people get an entry into this tournament. Oh, where's the sound on this? Sorry, I'm wrong. That's not how many people are in this tournament. There's currently oh wait, no, that's right. There's 1,400 people started this tournament. 334 are left. So we'll see how it goes. We're just gonna try and run around and go back and forth. I gotta fart around with this software because it's kind of loud. This is sitter options, menu. And of course, Rihanna, the wonderful and beautiful Rihanna. She resubscribed, so thank you for that. You know, it's always awesome. We're going to have to start repaying this favor fairly quickly. Club WPT Stream Team. That's who. That's my Discord channel. That's where these guys came from. So it's awesome. I love it. Well, we are all in here. And that guy with the 2-4 takes it. So it is what it is. We have a little bit of chips left, and we wouldn't change any of that. What do we have over here? Tournament points are always easy to get if you play tight most of the time. You get a couple of FPUs. Holy shit, that is just so loud. I guess that's kind of the play, is to go all in. This thing, where is the... see if we can turn the game settings, tilt flat. Okay, that. Open a table once it's... game display, where is the volume on this thing? The hand history, game display, destroy, animation, evolve. Choose your background, choose your deck, choose your face. Tournament. We're out of that tournament. Oh, we're on. Oh, apparently we're on break on that table. That's what it is. So people can rebuy. Bet call. Keep my hand history in. Hide equity. Flash. Hide the bankroll balance. Show progress. Player sound. Notifications. No. Play sound effects. We don't want sound effects. Play sound effects. Notifications. How do we turn that down? Bet slider. All right. Well, let's see how that works. See if there's another tournament in here that we can play. Top 2 players in this free roll will win. Okay, so we can't play that one yet. What's this one? You should play for a share of a 400 prize pool. This is the one we want. We'll want to play in this one. So there's a 400 Sailor Voyage free roll. Players play for a share of $400 prize pool. Seize your tickets to this daily free roll by completing. Make your entry yet. Let's see if we can enter into it. I don't have any tickets for this tournament. Okay, so I can't play this one. First prize is $43, and it goes down, right? There's 2,000 people, so 450 get paid. There's like 28 cents type thing. All right, so we can't play that one yet. Apparently I should be jamming here a little bit more. Look at this thing, right? King 9, I'm all in. What's this one? That's a restricted to PKO. Win a 440 seat to a turbo PKO with 33. 3 seats guaranteed. So we're playing in a PKO. We're playing in this turbo PKO, starts in 34 minutes. So let's continue on with the day with that. Just looking at my... right over here.
Hey Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to Hot Country, today's top country hits of the week, worldwide, brought to you by...
So we get 1,600 in chips there. There's not a lot of play here, right? So this is... Oh, so that was loud. This is just one of those jam type things. So this is what it is. What do we got over here? This is a fold. There's just no chips here, right? So that's the only reason why we're going in there. The small blind is 1,000 and we have 1,400. This is not a very good hand, but I didn't know what kind of tournament this is, so this is what it is. Just keep playing until we figure it out. Four, 5, or 6 here. No, so we're going to be out of this tournament, as it turns out. Eliminated 150th out of 1,400. So this is the I didn't mark down all these details because I don't know why. Zero. The field is 1447 and we're out in 150th place. Okay. So we just have the one tournament going on now. Just this one. We are going to play this Turbo PKO 33. Again, these are just free rolls. Let's see what this thing says. It's win a seat to 3 seats. It's based on how many people are in here. So right now there's 666 people. So it's a 0 buy-in and 668 now. This is going to rifle up quickly, right? It's free rolls, so lots and lots of people are going to be playing in these things. Right now, 7 people are getting a ticket. It says it guaranteed a 3, but it's like every 2 minutes. So it's not even more. It's worse than a turbo. But we don't have a bankroll in this one to play, so. All right, let's come back to our other site. So that Big Shot 88 that we went out, it just says there's just straight out 5 people win a ticket to it. This PKO 33, like what is it here? Looks like there are no satellites in orbit. Come check back later. Okay. Unlimited rebuys for 10 cents. And I can only get one less than one you have. Okay. Well. Gingy's Son 4K. All the Addison's cards got envious and made my own. Nice. So I'm still running a little bit of that high, and will be for just a little bit. Oh, he shaved his head. Nice job, Faz. Nice job. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through my Discord real quick and kind of feed out some of the feed. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, there we go. Caught up again. What do we have over here? We can find another tournament, I'm sure, right? As I say, I'm not going to play too many of these 55-cent feeders. I'm actually buying into a feeder. Because that's what I do. Is that the Carnival? Maybe it was this one. Sunday Carnival feeder. There we go. We got to put this on the rotation. Pretty sure this is a lion sack of poop, but we're not going to take that risk. We'll just give it up. What do we have over here? We have our second table. Just going to grab it. This is the Carnival feeder. There we go. These are just both easy folds. Let's come back over here. Let's actually 10 get a ticket this time, not 15. And I need another coffee. So this tournament just started. It's at 3-minute levels and we got 30 seconds left. So we just got into it just at the right time. Obviously have a history with a bunch of these guys. Toughest got a lot of history with this guy, hence this different note. And I don't know why this changed. It lost the, like this guy, you can see that there's a note tab here. Oops. This guy had that as well, but it lost the note. And I don't know why it did that. But I know what the note is, so it's fine now. It's captured. But you should be taking notes of this. I'm actually just talking to a guy in Ohio about taking notes and what sort of notes you should be capturing. And there's no right or wrong, but these mean weak regulars, medium regulars, and strong regulars. I think I got that from a Twitch streamer, actually. That thing specifically, and it seemed rational enough to me that I thought, okay, well, I'm going to add that on there, my own. Oops, this is not the right one I want on here. There we go. There's 9 people in this, so that means there's 4 at the other tournament, at the other table. So it just stinks like I have a flush draw and I want to push them all out. So he may call with cards here, but I have other draws. Yeah. Ooh. that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. We would not be upset if they did that. We will rebuy into this tournament, of course. I'm going to make note of that. Just going to do it right now. We're all in on this. And while it goes, I'm actually just going to run up and pour more coffee in there. I'll be right back. So clearly I won. I don't know what I had there, but I did win. My ace-9, he's got 6 sixes. Yeah, and so I hit. Oh, and then this guy calls as well. Okay, so I'll just rebuy into that. No big deal. Let's go get our table.
With the BMO Eclipse Visa Infinite card, you can get 5 times the points.
So we're back at the same table.
That means more oat milk lattes. More impromptu
Just nothing happening over here. Just lots of fold, right?
Sunday brunches and more green juices. Or maybe less of
Payout is $39 on this for first.
Visa Infinite card. Click or tap to apply now and get up to 60,000 points.
We still got 3 more levels to go in here anyway, right? 10, 11, and 12. So it's 23 minutes or something to that. No, it's less than that. It's 14, about 17 minutes left in this. No, that's 17 minutes until break. Wait, what was I just saying there? Until the rebuy period is done. In this one, it's like 22 minutes or something like that. My coffee's going right back. Okay. Excellent. I don't know what's happening over there. Just lots of folds here. Not a lot of action occurring. Oh. It was 2.9, so it was a good raise here. I should have come in on this one, but it's got to play a little bit tighter because it's positioning and things like that. You can just take flyers, but right. If the guy had raised to 2, we would have called because it's just one big to get in there, right? That's a much better play. Excuse me. What is this? So you can see that this says Daily Legends, and this is Grand Prix Summer Edition. I don't think there is any tournaments in the Grand Prix Summer Edition. Yeah, so this is over now. Yesterday was the last day, which is why I was playing in that one tournament. Party Poker's got a couple different tournaments on the go here. Grand Prix Malta, Bratislava, Free Roll, etc., things of that nature. So again, we're not playing any of those, so let's just continue on. 8 max PKO, level 5. Oh, that's a lot. It's deep. Let's continue on. This is a Sunday party feeder. So we got 3 tournaments up now. Let's go find the third table. Sunday sub feeder. There we go. So we got 3 tables on the go. I don't recall this one. Oh, this is a guy that played late night. I ended up playing last week. I ran must have been like a Friday or Saturday maybe. I was running with Plated in World of Warcraft, and until his stream was done. Which is about midnight or so, and then because it's a different time. Like I play during the day and he streams at night, so the play is different. This guy was in that late night streaming field, so I played until 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's just what this note is. He was an overnight guy. Of course, it's only relevant for me because overnight for me is not overnight for someone else, right? What's Texas say here? And we are going to see what we can do here. Just a little line. So I've played about 2,250 tournaments, as it turns out. And you see the line is kind of just stagnant, more or less, just flat. Doesn't do a whole lot. And then there's just one, obviously this is yesterday, this monster spike. I won $868 in the Grand Prix Summer number 6 edition event 2. Finished second out of 523. That was a chop. He offered the chop. I advocate for not taking a chop. I encourage people not to take chops. And I say that because I think my heads up play is better than theirs. So that's pretty good. Okay, I'm just voting a king here. So I would have beat the guy. Like I'm absolutely positive I would have beat the guy. But for 33 cents, $800, because I think for second place was $750 or so, and he offered $100, $110 back to me. That's for a 33-cent investment. While $750 is a lot, $860 is a lot more, right? He jams his all in pre-flop here. 800. This guy calls. Oh, so he raises 800 and then jams. What a maroon. Because the only hand that has a jack, right? Because there's a jack on the over card on that. Of course, the jack's going to hit. They're going to call down. So I made the first goal. It took me 29 sessions to go from 20 to 120, and then it took me 100 and well, I haven't achieved the goal yet. It was to go from 100 to 1,000, and I really wanted to play heads up, but taking the chop was worth the risk yesterday. It's such a huge jump for the bankroll. But I did want to play heads up for the money because I would have hit. Potentially I could have hit the 1,000 mark. Right, the goal is to get 1,000. Right, that's this. Good morning. Who cares? To hit 1,000 on the bankroll. As I said, we're just short of $900 at this point, so we're pretty close to it. Nice hand, Slumdog. We're out in 15th in this tournament. This is the Carnival feeder. There's 21 in this tournament, and we're out in 15th place. Who cares? How you doing today? Who cares? Everyone is the comparable great friend of mine, great friend of the stream. He does all the technical stuff of what you see here. He's made all of this happen. This border around my picture, right? And then there's an ad space in here. He put together these 3 ads, and there's comments. There's a blue border here. He put all of this together. Lining these the 4 tables that we see up. He did all of that. So this guy knows his shit. He's the brains around this operation, which by de facto makes me the face of the operation, which means we're in a shit ton of trouble. Who cares? I was just sharing. I don't know if you heard that or not. That we're doing the 888 Chris Ferguson challenge. Sorry, the Chris Ferguson challenge on 888. So we've got a Turbo PKO 33 starting here in 6 minutes. The payout is 7 people are getting an entry into. I'm assuming it's a $33 tournament. There's currently 981 people in that, so it's going to be a bit of a hike to make that happen. But that's what we're playing. That's what we're doing. We've got 2 tables going on right now. It should be break time actually in 47 seconds. So we are going to take a quick break here. I did get a refill on my coffee. Cheers. This is the classic. I think this is a Tim Hortons mug. I think Mrs. Frostmate stole this from Tim Hortons. I'm not gonna lie. She's a hardened criminal that way. Actually, you know what? Maybe she is a hardened criminal. Because I think she actually stole a cutting board from the grocery store here. The cutting board is about this big. It's just a mini one. It was in the bags. We just kind of load the bags up and go to the thing and unload the bags and pack everything in there. And she gets home and I don't recall seeing this going across the till. So she stole the 99 cent or the 89 cent cutting board from the grocery store. Hardened criminal, I say. Hardened criminal. All right. Let's see what we have over here. We're going to run another 1 minute ad break. We're going to take a break. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Right back. All right, still got a couple minutes left, but I just randomly picked up a book the other day, as I'm ought to do with my poker library. I just randomly pick up books. I just read a little bit about different things. There are 2 books specifically that I read every year in my library for different reasons. Who cares? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing after that nice win last night? Yeah. Mrs. Frostmage was a little bit more, I think, dude, are you okay? Not quite. She just kind of rolled with it last night because 33 cents and it turned into $869. So percentage wise, I had to do the math on this, right? On an ROI, that's about 2,800%. 2,800% ROI is what I got on that. Right? 10 times the 30 cents puts it at 330. 100 times puts it at 330, puts it at $33. 1,000% puts it at $330. And then it's just short of 3 times that. Right? Hey, don't blame me for the layout of your tables not lining up at all. I didn't even notice that. You know what? It's good enough. You're right. Now that I see it, it does line up, or it doesn't line up. It's got a look like right where the 4 tables intersect. There is a little bit of a overlap on that. I didn't even notice that. It just is the way it is, you know, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite okay with the way that it is. We may have to get better at it, but it's pretty good just the way it is. All right, we're back at it here. We have 3 tournaments on the go. Let me pull up this one. This one is it's a Sunday feeder, so we're just doing the exact same thing. Okay, so back to who cares. How are you doing after that win? It's last night was last night. Now today is a brand new day, so we got to get back at it. We're going to debate what sort of hands we're playing, what tournaments we're going to buy into, but we're still not going to change our fundamental plan. Our goal is to get to 1,000. Right? We started at 90. We went down to $13. Yesterday we went up to $8.90 in our bankroll. So we got $110 we've got to win before we can fundamentally change our gameplay. So we're still going to do the same sort of thing. So this tournament is a 55-cent tournament that I bought into. It is a sub feeder. 20 tickets gets a 330 ticket. And I have 2 of these tickets to play still, by the way. I have a $22 ticket that I won my way into via this method. And that will get us into, I think, a $35,000 guarantee. So this one ticket. I don't know what that guy is thinking there. Well, anyway, it was a 5,000 prize guarantee yesterday, so we're playing into a 35,000. We need to win the ticket into the 35,000 guarantee, right? So that's when we're going to be playing here. Oops, this table is a little bit off. Let's make it a little bit larger.
We transform economy air travel into an actually enjoyable experience. Porter Airlines gets you where you're going in style, with a warm welcome, complimentary beer, wine, and snacks, free fast.
So we're still doing the same thing with this one, right? This is a free roll. We're trying to do the Chris Ferguson push on this website, so we're be playing a lot of these free roll turbo. See how we do. This is a PKO 33. I do believe, if I'm reading the lobby on this correctly, 7 people are getting a ticket into a $33 tournament, right? So that's what you're looking for, and do well. And then on this one over here, this is a $1.10 8 max deep stack. So I do take a shot at these $1.10, typically once a day, depending on the bankroll. On average, that is what I do. That's not unusual. So it's not anything. It has nothing to do with yesterday's win. So I was on a high yesterday, but now that high is over. It's gone. Today is a brand new day. Back at doing what we're doing in the way that we do it, and let's keep doing what we're doing. Don't change the strategy. There's no reason to change the strategy just yet. What's this one? Okay. Of course, who cares would notice that those things are not lined up. What a guy. This is a good flop. I like this one. So this guy is let's come back over to this other table here. This guy is trying to use a lot of blocker bets, right? And you can see what... So if you don't know what a blocker bet is, he's just making a bet into whatever it is to try and get you to slow down, right? We saw him with his ace 4 when I had that ace 10, and it just blocked it out. So he's using these blocker bets. He didn't miss once when I raised on the pre-flop. He blocker bet and I raised him on the flop. On the turn he blocker bet and I raised him, and then on the river he blocker bet and I just called. Right? So there's nothing wrong with doing that, but just know, by and large, that doesn't mean that's a big hand or a good hand or anything of that sort. You can usually see through those things fairly easily. So I am trying to take the same amount of time every single time from a timing tell perspective. He should lead here for even 80. Yeah, see? Leads for 80. We're just going to get out of the way. It's fine. If you say so. So in terms of context, you always got to put a statement in there because it's like a qualifying statement. Because I don't recall if I say so. If I say so for what? The notification? What, that you notice this? Or that it's okay for now? Well, it's again, it'll have to get better at some point in time, but... we got to check out that link though. So across the bottom, there's that black space. That's usually another banner that's supposed to go over top, and it tracks what tournaments I've played and where I finished and things like that. So medals for getting first and second, third, things like that. I found it's been broken for about at least a month. So again, we're watching here, right? This guy hasn't missed a hand yet. There's only 3 of us playing here, which is part of the problem. So he hasn't missed a hand yet. So we're probably going to have to push back against this guy fairly quickly. And this is the hand we're going to push back at. We're not folding for 150. It's a lot of thought going on here for this guy. It's unusual for him. Well, that's a pretty good flop for us. Yeah, drawing dead now. We'll take it. And it's really just a push against this guy. I didn't actually expect this guy to call. What do we have over here? We have ace king. We're just looking to jam in here. What do we got over here? So we hit top. We're not folding for all the rice in China. You should block our bet here. Yeah, so he hits the nut flush on this, and that's good. That's just the way it goes, right? And we don't mind that. Never get upset with having the best of it. I think we should be out of this tournament here, right? Yeah. Would you like to rebuy for 10 cents? No, I would not like to rebuy for 10 cents. That's not the eliminated. How many people did I say were in this tournament? 1440, 1410. Did I go out? Summary players. Find me. There we go. Oh, sorry. There we go. There's 1429 in this tournament. 1429, and I went out in 900th position. Right? That's a lot of people. These things are going to be absolutely monstrous. Trying to wade through this stuff. Let me come back over here. Let's see, is there another one? 65 starts. What is this? Payouts to sub-satellite. 11 people get an entry. Let's see if we can get into this one. Ace King, Pocket Nines, 9 hits. Well, as it turns out, we're in another tournament. This is going to be lots of gamble in this website for sure. I can see this already. Just because it's meant to be a hyper, you can't go anywhere with this. What's this one? It says 6 max. Mayhem 55 free roll. There's what's the summary on this? There's how many people are in this one? Oh, there we go. There's 534.
When John Quinney was 10 years old, he testified against his own father.
For a long time, the proudest
6 mayhem.
jail, you know. That was it.
And what's the third one? Got
2 decades later, he's convinced his dad was innocent. His dad
5 Sunday party sub feeder.
falsely accused in a
There we go. Should have 3 tournaments. Oops, that's the wrong one. This is the wrong
conviction. American
picture.
Standard
Sorry, we need the
now to listen for free
we
on
need the
Spotify.
table for it. That's what we're looking for. This one. How about that? Does that look good? Yeah, there we go. So you can see that from this tournament, we only have 250 chips left, right? You got nothing. You gotta go with it. So this guy here has a note around him, and I just looked him up, right? Earlier on this month, I looked him up. He's currently down. He's currently played like 2,800 tournaments. He's down about $1,000. That's not an observation, just is what it is, right? Just is what it is. Breaking out the cheater shoes on Monday. I don't know what that is, but we should be out of this tournament now, right? That's how quick this was. Done. Do I want to buy 1,000 for 5? No, I do not. So we are out. There were 1,169 players, and we're out in 478. I'm not going to be able to keep track of this. This is just way too many hands. Just way, way, way too many hands. We are out of this other tournament as well. There was this is the Sunday sub feeder. 76 players were in it, and we're out in 41st place. So we only have one tournament left. This deep stack. Let me get all of this cleaned up a little bit. My workspace is just absolutely atrocious. This is the only tournament we have left going. We are currently, and we're out of the rebuy period, which I didn't mark down either. And it just left, so I mean, I'm not going to mark down where I was in the rebuy period there, but 98 players out of 116. We have 10 bigs. 39 make the money here, so we've got to lose 60% of the field. With only 10 bigs, we're going to have to get probably 2 double ups here at least. Who cares? So the other day, I asked you to clip that. I'm not going to lie. The clip that Who Cares did, I'm much more excited still about that clip than actually the win yesterday. Yeah, we're going to have to do something with that for sure. I'm not sure exactly what just yet. We could put together maybe, more importantly, we should go back and you can help me set me up with it of how to do the stuff again to clip, right? But put all these things together, how to edit and put the things together. As it turns out, this is how movies are made. This is how television is made. And if you, a lot of times, if you really pay close attention, like in movies and TV shows, you'll see them in their costume, their attire, whatever they're wearing, and then it'll cut to, let's say, 15 different scenes later on. They were talking about this, that, the other thing going along, and then another scene will come up. But if you're really observant, you'll actually see that they're wearing the same clothes that they were like 15 scenes ago. But the illusion that's being shown is that they've changed clothes and it's different and all the rest of it. But that's not how movies are made. That's not how television shows are made. They just film this and the actors go through their lines, and then they go back to the cutting room floor and the editors chop, clip, and put things back together. So it's entirely possible to film the end of the movie or the TV show for that day anyway, for later on, right? Like Lord of the Rings and actually the Hobbit, right? All three of those movies, because there's 3 in each of the series, all of those were filmed at one time, right? They didn't film this and then time went by and they went back to New Zealand and filmed it again. They filmed all of it all at the same time and then cut and paste. I'm just going to steal some blinds here. And so this is the editing thing that I'm talking about as well. Because that clip, I'd like to use that clip and talk about why that is. I was chatting with another streamer, Beam Doctor, right? We were talking about this in different plays and what. First one was why he did what he did. It's not that it's wrong, right? But if you were in that situation, you do the same thing. So it's tough to get upset when someone else does it, right? Because you do the exact same thing because of the odds that you're getting on it. Oh, that's awesome. Need a spade here. Oh, like this. Spade? Get a free roll. Ouch. Ouch. So this situation in a cash game, I was under the gun. I had pocket aces. So I raise, obviously. It folds all the way around. I get a tap on the shoulder from the houseman saying, your seat at the other table is on. I said, yeah, okay, let me just finish up this hand and I'll go because I'm under the gun, right? So I've got pocket aces. The big blind then plays out. He raises. And now I have position on the guy. so I raise again, and he just cold calls. The flop is 3 bricks, like 3 rainbow. Oh no, it can't be 2 rainbow. It has to be 2 of 1 suit and 1 of another. We're heads up. He checks to me. I raise. He check raises. It's all in. We flip over our hands. We both have pocket aces, but I have, like in this case, the ace of hearts, and it's 2 hearts on here. Turn card is a heart. Like, oh, this could be it. This is gonna make the highlight reel, and it is a heart. So I double up. We both have aces. I double up through this guy with 4 hearts on here, and because I'd already agreed to move before I took this guy's money, right, went to the other table. Sorry about that. Love it. Okay, so and again, in that same sort of session, I was back to the hand. I was talking about to Beam Doctor. Under the gun, this guy limps 1 big blind. The clip is this, right? I have pocket kings, and I think I'm in the big blind. No, I'm not in the big blind. I'm in the cutoff. And this guy over here limps the 1 big, and I'm in the cutoff. So I raise 8 hums and haws, and I start saying before the hands are revealed, before the action's taken, I'm saying, this guy could have a big hand. This is such a 2010 type move that it's to limp a big hand here and then back raise, because you're looking for someone to do the betting for you. The problem is you're giving up a lot of equity by doing that. By and large, people are not sophisticated players enough to be worried about that. And this is not a shot, right? To not bet that, right? Just a straight up play is usually the best way to go about it. So I have the kings, I raise, it comes back to here, and I start saying, I think this guy here has limping under the gun. This is the move, is to have aces, kings, queens here and make a big raise here. I'm losing the aces, I'm chopping with the kings, I'm beating the queens. So it's a 66% equity-esque hand. And so he jams, and I'm Negreanu, and I've shared this story with Who Cares a couple different times and other people's. Negreanu has folded pocket kings, at least up until the time of when I watched the story, or heard him say the story on YouTube. He's folded pocket kings pre-flop 4 times. Twice he was shown pocket aces. Yay for Negreanu. And twice he was shown an inferior hand. The other guy had ace king, pocket queens, pocket jacks, something like that. So if Negreanu is arguably one of the top 5% tournament poker players, or just poker players on the planet, if that guy's 50-50 with kings, we should give ourselves a little bit of grace, right? I'm not good enough to fold my kings there. So when this guy back raises all in, I say this is one of those big hands. Aces, kings, queens. He's never doing this with pocket eights. He's never doing this with jack 10. So he has to have aces, kings, queens, and for that reason, I call. And sure enough, I have my kings. He shows up with aces. I'm like, oh, clip that. I'm still kind of excited about that. I've never been so excited to lose, because it's the read is exactly bang on, right? If you don't know what that looks like or how to set that up, you can become a victim to that a lot. Again, I'm not good enough to fold my kings there. But I did make some monster laydowns yesterday, and let me finish a drink here. Of all the days not to stream, yesterday was an absolute bummer, because I made a lot of laydowns for a couple varied reasons. Yeah. And so some of these guys I follow Branson Poker. He's an ambassador for Global Poker. I'd never heard of it, had to look it up. But he streams, right? He and I have been engaging conversation. He wouldn't have laid down some of the hands I laid down. Again, this is not shot, right? It's just different perspectives, and this is what I'm looking for, is to get different people's perspectives on different hands and why they play them that way versus a different way. Right? It's not that there's a one right or wrong way. I'm never advocating for that. This guy thought him leading in there with the under the gun with the aces for one bet and letting someone else jam behind him was the way to play that hand. I can say since like in the last 6 months or less, it's a good fold on our part. But we have to fold anyway. But having I made it into day 2, and so we start the day in the money, right? There's 523 players or something like that, and you started in the money. And so within the first orbit, what is that, 8 hands, we've lost like 50 or 60 people, as you would expect, because they get into the tournament and they only have like 2 bigs, so all they can do is just jam, and they're happy with it, assuming they do the same thing I did, with 30 cents into. And they're getting $3 out of it. That's huge. They're happy with that, right? If they bought in for $2.20 and they got $3, they're still up, right? So it's pretty good. We're pretty sure we're going to jam on this one as well. By the way, we've got lots of history with this guy. Excuse me. So the play, especially because you're all in the money, like everyone just leads for 2.2, 2.3, right? So I think I'm under the gun. I have pocket 10s, and I see a regular player who's been on my table for more than an hour, and I did not have very many hands. Like, it was brutal. Who Cares and we talk a lot about being card dead, and Who Cares actually railed me for a little bit yesterday. You couldn't see my cards, you could just see what was happening with the play. But I did lots of folding, like a lot. One of the hands I did get a good hand. I'm under the gun, I think, with pocket 10s. So I go to 2.2, which was my standard opening raise. You don't, earlier on in the tournament, when you have 200 bigs, you can make larger size, seven bigs. When you get further in the tournament, you should start making smaller bigs. So because everyone's in the money, more or less the standard play at this point was 2 bigs, right? 2.5, some range in that, but just be consistent. So I was going 2.2. So I did raise 2.2 under the gun. This guy over here raises to 7, and then this guy over here jams 40 bigs. Now my question is, there's a lot of people that would not fold pocket 10s in my hand. But I actually folded my pocket 10s here, right? Because I'm like, there's no way that this is happening like this. One of these guys has to have me beat. At worst, this guy has ace king and this guy has ace king, or ace king, ace queen, something like that. Of which now I'm avoiding 6 outs. Let's say ace king, so he's got 6. He's got ace king and he's got ace queen, so I'm at 6 and 3. So I'm avoiding 9 outs, somewhere in that range. It could be ace king, and this guy could be queen jack. So now I'm avoiding 12 outs. So folding the 10s is the right play. So I do fold. When the hands are shown up, and this guy calls. Turns out this guy has ace king, which is the read that I had, and this guy has pocket jacks. So I would have been out of the tournament had I played, right? So folding sometimes is the right move. At which point, now comes the hand I was talking about with Who Cares. Didn't get a hand for literally an hour. Online, that is a shit ton of hands. I folded all the way around. There's 500 people, and in an hour, there's 100 people. Right? We just dropped like flies, and then it kind of tightened up a little bit, and on and on and on. The only playable hand I had was ace jack suited. I made a raise at 2.2, which again is my standard raise, and I took down the blinds, and then I was out again. As I was looking at so right underneath here, you can't really see, well, you can't see it at all. Let's maybe put this one. Maybe we can capture this. It's this, right? So this is right, this screen is right underneath my table. Right? So I'm actually watching some of this, and I'm watching some of this over here. Okay, so I have the same thing going on with that tournament yesterday. I'm just folding. And I'm not going to lie, when there was like 120 players left or whatever it was, I was absolutely content to win 33 bucks. In my head, I'm like, I'm just going to keep folding, I guess, because I haven't even got a hand to play. I'm just going to have to keep folding until I get to $33. And it worked out. It just worked out that way. I took a couple shots. And then started making some better plays here, and it just played itself out over and over and over again. This is not a great hand, but here's the 2.2. This is the guy that'll call here. If this guy goes on, it's easy call here, right? But this guy could come over the top, which means I'd have to fold. But now he's going, geez, this guy hasn't played a hand. Yeah. There's not a call here. This should be raise or fold. Yeah. So we're 80-20. Need a 4. Nope. Oh, ooh, that's dirty. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Spade. Ouch. Yikes. You got to do that every once in a while as well. Get lucky like that. Sorry about that. And then I didn't get a hand. And so now we're playing along and people are just rifling. People are folding. They're dropping out, and I don't have any cards. I end up having like ace king. No, I didn't have ace king. I had ace jack, I think. I make a raise. This other fishy guy, he jams over the top. I say, screw it, that's good enough. That's the 33 bucks. That's good enough. So I snap, jam, call him. He's got ace queen. I have ace jack. I hit the jack. I get a full double up out of this fish. Right, which is awesome, which is what I was looking for, which is what I want. This is not a good raising hand, by the way. But you got to make some moves. I'm 22 out of 72. Got to make some play here. So this guy loses, but he's playing every hand. He raises 7 out of 10 hands, 7 out of 9 hands, something like that. So he's got lots of play, and he gets his chips back very quickly from other people's. But I don't do it. But now I'm up to like 50 bigs or something like that, 46 bigs, 47 bigs. He's at 40. So he just keeps ripping up. And I just keep going down. Life goes along. And now we're in 4 tables. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, I got 130 bucks. I'm happy with that. I turned 33 cents into 140 bucks. This is just an open fold. This is a move that Who Cares and we do this a lot. And people are going to say, that's way too tight. You can't fold that. You absolutely should be folding this hand. We're going to put pressure on these 3 guys, but it's this guy and this guy, and I have lots of history with this guy. Right? If he jams over top of us, now we're just giving away those chips, and we don't want to do that. We want to protect. Chip preservation is paramount. Excuse me. And so I look around, and I actually have 5 tables up. I'm not streaming all 5, but I have this table up, and now I see the bottom chip stacks. And I open up 4 other tables on the left of my other screen over here, because I have 2 screens. I have this screen here and the screen here. And I open up the other 4 tables. I'm just kind of watching, getting a sense of who the low stacks are and what they're doing and how they're playing. And all of a sudden, one of the screen goes away. And then the tables fill up, which is opt to do in tournaments, right? And just keep folding. And then I look up. Oh no, that's still not it yet. Let's see what we're going to do here. Is he going to jam here? So now there's 3 tables, and I look at the pay jumps. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I can't believe that I am like top 24 on this so far. And I look to see the money, and so my goal, it kind of breaks in tournaments, break small goals, small goals, small goals. My goal is to just make it onto the first page. So that's a ranking system of there's 20 people on it. It's right in the middle of a pay jump. So this is one of those ones. Again, I'm actually in position. So I was under the gun, fold this. You can make a case for actually raising this again, but because he's here, his position under the gun has to be stronger than not. So we're just gonna get out of the way. Because now this sort of shit happens, and now you're stuck, right? And once you see this flop, it's going to be really tough to fold. This guy, it's razor fold here. He shouldn't look to trap this guy. He should just bet his hand, like bet it all. What, he's going to fold if this guy comes over the top for 5? Why not just take the shot and get it in there? Okay, so now we're at 24 people, and I just look and I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter what happens here. I'm really happy with the results. I'm ecstatic with the results. But I don't get any hands to play. I just keep folding. And now all of a sudden there's 2 tables. And so now it's 16. So now I've made the first page. I'm like, holy shit, I've done really well on this. I think I've done well. My goal was to make it on the first page, and then I look at the pay jumps, and it's 9-handed is the final table, and there's 16 people left. I'm like, I just want to make it to the final table, and that's what I do. I just end up folding because I don't have any hands. Like, I'm not even kidding when I say this. Who cares? Can attest. He knows what it's like. We all know, but legit, I don't have any hands I can play here. This guy that I took all the chips for, he's still in the tournament. He just leads for 2, and I'm just folding all the way along. I don't have ace. I think I had ace 4. Can't play ace 4. I had ace 7 offsuit. I have no hands to play. It's brutal. We lose people. I make it to the final table. 9-handed. We all have a. What did I go into this table with? I go into the final table. 5th out of 9th in the chip stack. When we go into the money, I'm 104th out of 523. Lost my table. Let's get it. So that's not bad, actually. Is this the right one? Yeah, there we go. I'm 104th out of 523 when we start day 2. That's not bad. This is why I can sit out and just fold for hours at a time, essentially. We continue on. 220. And there's lots of game going on here. We lose a player, we lose another player, and now I look up and I see it's like, I think 7th place is 300. Maybe it's 5th is 300. But I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. I'm absolutely happy to do that, to take that. It's 4-handed. I lead out for the proverbial with ace queen suited, the proverbial 2.2. This guy, and I'm like, this is good enough. Right? If I go out in 5th place or 4th place, whatever it is, 5th place probably, I've got $303. I'm absolutely happy with that. That is phenomenal. This is the hand. I'm not folding no matter what happens. It just is what it is. And so I make that before I play the hand, but I raise 2.2. This guy over here jams. This guy re-jams, and I snap, call it off. This guy has pocket 9s. This guy has pocket jacks. I have ace queen on the flop. I get triple up, just short of triple up because I have this guy covered, but this guy has me covered. So between the 2 of them, I essentially get a triple up. 4 of us go in. This guy, me, and him. We lose this guy, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like climbing the ranks here. I'm now 3rd in the chip stack. When it's 3 of us, I'm 2nd in the chip stack. And this guy takes this guy out. I get most of this guy's chips. This guy takes this guy out, gets half of it. Takes half of this guy's chips. He's now the chip leader. I'm in here. Why can't a hand be easy? Me, ace, red, villain. A3 off, goes all in. Club, flop is club, and he's got the ace clubs. Got to sweat it, but it holds. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not upset with that. Who cares, right? This is the tilt thing that we talk about, right? It's never easy, but I mean, I'm not upset with that. I'm personally not upset with that, and I would encourage you not to be. You got exactly what you wanted. He has to be the one to get lucky, right? And I who cares? You said the other day, right? When Phil has when he leaves the WSOP, Phil actually legit says nice hand. It's because he didn't get outdrawn, right? When he gets outdrawn, he flips out. Phil Hellmuth flips out. Why do I say Phil Hellmuth? Because I actually have Phil Hellmuth right there in my book. I'm just looking at it right here as we're speaking. Phil Hellmuth goes out and he sees, like, Phil I think has Jack 10 and the other guy has Queen Jack. And just the Queen holds, right? This is the same sort of thing. You got pocket aces and the guy has to hit not once, but apparently twice. There's nothing wrong with that. I never get upset with that. Right? We just did the same thing. This guy up here he's down here, but he had pocket jacks, I had pocket fours, and I clipped the four on the river. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. I'm glad it did for me, right? But I'm sorry that happens. Right? But I never get upset. Every once in a while, they have the best hand. Every once in a while. So down here on these tournaments, you can see who, like, people ask for a chop on the final table, and I see that there's 7 people, and 4 people want a chop. Like, what the hell is this? So I clip it, and I see now the number go from 4 to 5. So 5 of the 7 people ask for a chop. I quickly unclip it because then I understand right away. Like, looking at using this table as an example, these 2 guys absolutely want to have a chop. And this guy and me and here, so 4 of us of these 7 people, or 8 people, half the table wouldn't want to chop here. These 2 guys absolutely want to chop. So we rip it down. It's now 1 person wants a chop here. 4 of us, 2 people want to chop. This guy goes out. It drops down to 1. So clearly he's one of the other guys. So now it's one of these 2 guys that wants to chop. He was behind. He was ahead. He takes him out. Now it's heads up, and that thing is still at a 1. I'm fairly sure, and I advocate not to take a chop. As Nathan Black says, unless it's life-changing money, you should never take a chop. It's usually not worth the time and effort to try to figure shit out and blah, blah, the rest of it. And that's probably correct. And I advocate for that. Jimmy, my running coach, I advocate to him as well. Do not take chops with these things. You have to trust that your play is better than theirs, and you can rip into it. You don't need to do that. We're going to be all in on this one, by the way. Let's see what happens when it gets to us. If this is raise, then we'll probably just fold it. But if it gets to us, we're not folding. We're going to be jamming this. Let's see what happens here in just a second. I would live for who cares position there. You've got the red aces. The villain has ace 3 of clubs. And it goes triple clubs. So you're just avoiding 9 outs is all it is, right? You're just 3 clubs on the board. He's got 3 clubs in his hand. You just have to avoid the 9 outs. That's with the proverbial sweat, right? But yeah, I don't feel bad. He threw his money in really, really bad. But I'm glad that it holds up, though. And that's the way it should be. That's the flip side of the variance. The math is you're ahead. So this guy he offers a chop because it's been up there the whole time. And I actually take a chop. This one time I take the chop. I'm going to fold the pocket 3s here, by the way. This is not a very good hand. It's set mining. I only have 19 bigs. It's not worth it to risk. This guy's going to jam, and then I have to go. So, because, well, then we take the chop, and the tournament hits pause for a second, and up comes a random screen. And offers some sort of chopping motion in here, based on ICM, I suspect. So we're not as far off as we are. I think first, who cares? Do you remember what first place was paying on that? 1,050? Something like that. 1,060? 1,070 for first place. Oh, see. He's got to avoid 6 outs. And he avoids 6 outs and gets a full double up. Good for Jesus. Jesus 1144. And second place was paying $750. So again, I don't advocate for taking that. I'm fairly confident my heads up play is pretty good. I think I can take this guy. But looking at what he was offering there, he offered another $110 from his, and he gave me $110. So payout was $869 basically. So I got $110 off his, and he got less. So that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. And I was quite okay with that, because 33 cents into $869 is a fantastic return on investment. I could have said no, and we could have just played heads up. Because if I had won, then I would have made the second goal. But I'm willing to give up a little bit of this to get this. I still have lots of time to I still have lots of time to play to get. I'm not upset. Just why can't it be hard? Yeah, the flip side of it, right? Yeah. Then you have more than, well, you have the whole deck anyway, right? So no matter what, you're still trying to avoid. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying, buddy. I get it. Sometimes it does come that way, and you go, that guy had 3 outs, and with a flop with heart, the guy's drawing dead. You know, I send Who Cares lots of picks of different hands. One I was playing last week. Again, it's not these two guys, but these positions. This guy's being a bully. It's 3-handed. We're in the final table. He's raising every other hand. I limp with pocket jacks here. He folds. I take the flyer with it. It's just I just call it, right? Because I want to trap this guy in. It's all less than hearts. I check. He bets. I just call it. It's a 10 on the turn. I check my jacks. 10 is the high card. He bets. I check raise them all in. He takes about 8 seconds and calls it all off. He's got Queen 10, I think. Right? It's 10 on the turn, 10 on the river to take. So I lose with my pocket jacks to 10-10, right? I got the guy putting all of his chips in, drawing to 5 outs. I don't feel bad with that. I mean, Phil Hellmuth, this is what Who Cares was when we were talking about it for beers the other day. This is what he's talking about. Phil Hellmuth would absolutely flip at that. I don't take that approach. I'm like, that's legit, and legit, that's a good hand. I don't blame you for playing it that way, and I would play it that way as well. Now, that may or may not be true, but I want him to do the same thing over and over and over again. This is how you get all the chips. You get them putting in money with poor ass hands. Who Cares? Are you on Party Poker? I got 5 minutes. I wonder if I can hold out. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna go get my sweater, my hoodie. Feeling a bit of a chill at the moment. This is what happens when you sit down in a chair all day long. And Mrs. Frostmage, we typically keep the air conditioning on all year because we have a fair amount of elderly peoples in the building, and they keep their heat on. And because it's a concrete building, it's induction. It's conduction and induction, like an oven, right? The heat heats up the concrete, so it takes a really long time to bring the heat up in a conductive atmosphere, because you have to heat up the surrounding materials, and then that surrounding heat radiates out. So it takes a long time. Old people's crank the shit out of their heat because they get cold, right? Poor circulation, and it warms up the concrete. We actually keep the air conditioning on because it's so hot in here all the time, even in the wintertime. Like I think in the 10 years or so that Mrs. Frostmage and I have lived here, 8 years, only one time we've turned on the heat. That's it. I'm gonna go get my hoodie. I'll be right back. Just waiting for the timing tell here. We'll be right back. There we go. Just do my hoodie up. Yeah. So it's just rinse and repeat, right? Come up with a winning formula. Right? And don't deviate from the winning formula. You're roughly 1050 in chips. What are the blinds at? 2550? That's pretty good. Small blind is 500, big blind's 1000, and you got 1050. Maybe not so good. All matter of perspective, right? Excuse me. We're looking to make a deep run in this tournament. I'm currently 26th out of 50th, and 39 make the money. So we got 11. Or wait, 1050. Maybe that's how many people are in the tournament. Maybe it could be that as well. I don't know. So we'd lose 11 people in this tournament to make the money. I didn't track to see where I was at when we get in there, but I try to track as well. When we come into the blue, that means we're out of the rebuy period, and then we'll switch into the green. Oh, you just looked it up. Okay, so first, yeah, okay, there you go. Who Cares is saying the first place in that tournament yesterday was 1085, 1086. So the guy basically gave me $110 of that to take the chop. So for 30 cents, taking second place is worth $110 to that guy. He doesn't know that, right? But for me, that was worth it for sure. Right? So again, he took 975. Yeah, there we go. First place was 1086, and second place was 733. So I got $130 from him. Right? Mine was 869 is essentially what I got from the guy, or for the place. So you can do the math on that. It's 133 is 130. $133 is what he gave. So from 1085 minus 133 is 950 something. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. He got 950 and I got 869. Make sure specifically what kind of picks. Don't want people getting the wrong idea. Yeah, right. Touche, sir. Touche. I send Who Cares a lot of pictures of hands of this, of me, that one I just described where I have pocket jacks and this guy has queen 10, I think it is, and it goes runner. I took a snapshot of that picture and sent it to him. No, I'm not sending any sort of dick pics or feet pics or whatever else Who Cares is insinuating there. That's too funny. So we're still in this, right? I mean, this is a decent hand, but you can't take this risk. I folded this type of hand a shit ton yesterday. This is a quasi-playable hand, but you can see now that it's two bet, right? This is more the standard the further along in the tournament you are, because you don't have to risk a whole bunch to get what you need here, right? I saw a short stack. It was a guy over here. He was a short stack, and I was right above him. And so I mean, I've got 12 and he's got 10 bigs or something like that. I've got 12 and he's got 8 bigs, something like that. So he actually leads of his 8. He leads for 7.8. He leaves himself 0.2. This guy jams, comes around, and then this guy jams, and then this guy tanks for a minute and a half. Right? Yeah. Who cares? Just texted me actually. Yeah, I figured that's what it is you're doing. Can you text me your name? I'll come rail you. Yeah, for sure. How about so you're playing in a round the clock probably? Round the clock poker tournament? Oh, it has to be because it looks like there's only one. Yeah, not in Discord, or sorry, not in Discord, not in stream. Send me your name here. I'll go look you up here. Okay, it is break time. I'm gonna just take a quick break. I will be right back. I'll be back in 3 minutes here. right, let's see if we can. I was suggesting one thing, but the more I think about it, I think Who Cares is actually playing on Poker Stars. Now, we won't give any judgment to that. But I just know that that's where his account is, and not that's where he's playing. So
Hogtown, the six.
we're looking for another tournament to play.
Whatever you call it, you can fly nonstop to Toronto on Porter Airlines. When you fly Porter, you'll enjoy free fast Wi-Fi and beer, wine, and
Sunday
premium
party
snacks
one.
included with every fare.
Party. Oh, it's on party. Oh, okay. Text me.
No middle seats. Discover why Porter has been Eastern Canada's favorite airline for the last 16 years. Visit flyporter.com. Porter, actually enjoy economy.
Yeah. No. So he just texted me. Who Cares did just text me his that he's playing actually on Party Poker, right? So that's this site. So that's good. Let's go find out. I'm gonna have him text me his name. We're not gonna share with the group because we want to be protective a little bit of our anonymity and things like that. Protect our who we are and where we are. Let's see if we can get a rail going for the man. I am trying to find another tournament to play. It's a 3:30 tournament. Let's check this sub feeder. So I shouldn't say that. That's the Sunday party sub feeder is what it's called. Sunday party sub feeder. Let's get into that tournament. This 53. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Well, it's somewhere close to that, right? Let's go find the man. Okay, there he is. Holy shit, that is a lot of people, buddy. So we're not afraid to say, because this is his name on it, on Party Poker, you can go see a free play round-the-clock poker tournament. There's 2,600 people in his tournament. And he's 425th. With 80, I don't know if that's a good chip stack or not. He's got 84,000 chips. That seems like a lot. Where is he? Oh, he's just tanking there. So good for him. Let it rip, buddy. Go get it. Yeah. Let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, let's back this up. Oops. So let's take a look at mine. I think I have 2 tournaments now. Oops. We got moved and I forgot to change the channel. Oh, change the tournament. Sorry about that. And 2. So I have 2 tournaments up, and Who Cares has 1 tournament. But we're not going to stream Who Cares tournament unless he requests, and that doesn't make sense to do that. It's his tournament. Something happened here. What's happened here? Oh, there we go. It just took a little bit for it to find the sheet. All right, we'll play it. All right, so we've got 3 tournaments on the go here. A big drink of water, shall we? So you guys can all obviously see as well. I play. Oh, let's go. Let's look at this guy. This is what I'm talking about, right? I mean, I get why this is, but to leave point one behind here, you're under the illusion that with 45 people left, you're going to lose 6 people, right? Doing that doesn't accomplish what you think you're going to accomplish there, right? Because you're actually trying to save that point one to run it out with the hopes, with the idea, with the thought that someone is going to leave before it gets to you, before you're forced to call all in. You have to lose 6 people for the pay jump because we're on the bubble money, right? 45 people left. Well, 39 make the money. Jack. Ooh. Need a jack or a 9 there. All right, well, I guess we're out of that tournament. Sorry, who cares? Couldn't rail you there. So now we're down to 2 tables. We are going to be all in on this one. We got 5.5 bigs. Got a half big in front of us. We're not going anywhere. Who cares? Sitting at 10.3 bigs. We like to see that. Got to avoid a 3-outer here. 3-outer. That's it. That's all we're avoiding. Yay! The question becomes over here. Oops. We have ace-8 to an all-in. We could jam here. This is the one we're worried about, but we're actually going to fold this hand. People are going to think that's super, super tight, but I don't. This is kind of the ace-10 hand, but more importantly, chip preservation is paramount. We're looking to make it into the money at this point. Come back over here. This guy totally tilted and called 6-9, called off 6-9. 4th place in this tournament. What is that? That doesn't look good. Oh, it's just the timing of where I open up a window. I have a social event at 10 o'clock. Sorry, at 5 o'clock today. I still have to go out for a run. Ooh, we're in the bubble. That's why we're slowed down here. 40 people left in this tournament. 37 make the money. Sorry, let me back up. 39 make the money. And we're at 40 people, so we're at the hard bubble right now. I'm currently in 13th place out of 40. Okay, so we're going to watch over here a little bit closer. I've got 2 tables going on, and I've got Who Cares in the background. We're railing him. Oops. Didn't mean to open that bad boy up. We hit 2 pair on that. All right, let's. What's this one here? So I've got notes on this guy and this guy. They're the same color. So so what is the note? I'll tell you what the note is for these guys. It's oops, that's not right. It's just that they're a regular player and I don't have any notes on them. Very specific. This guy actually is a fairly decent player. In fact, let's take a look. We can just look this guy up. Oh, I'm just looking at that spike. Shark Scope. You get 5 free searches a day. And yeah, 5 free searches a day. So you don't have to add more and more and more. Right? And then over time, you will lose the searches that you have. So you have to kind of make note of this. So I'm actually going to look. Where is it? I'm actually going to go looking this guy up right now, and I'm going to look at this guy, and then I'm going to make a note about these guys in my search. Where is this? This is non-US sites. It's Party Poker. Let's come back over here. Because now it's twice this guy's done this. A bunch of different times. We'll call this one off. Yeah, so now we're going to get a full double up out of this. Unless it's a spade here. It's not going to cut it. Spade's the only one we're avoiding here. Because of the ace, right? He'll probably do this again, but we're not going to penalize that too much. What's the payouts on this one? 20 get a ticket. So we're avoiding 6 outs, and he hits the 6 outs right away, so we need a 3 outer here. But he has to hit to win, and we don't, right? He just happened to hit it. So that's okay, nothing wrong with that. We'll do it again, and just rinse and repeat over and over and over again. That's pretty good. We like this fish, by the way. Yeah, we like this one. He does this a lot. So we're out of this tournament, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So maybe probably there's 87 people in it, and we're out in 49th place. Who Cares has got 20 bigs in his tournament, so we just have 1 tournament left on ours. Let's open that bad boy up. Let's continue to look at this one as well. Search. He's got 1, 2. Oops. So it looks like this player has opted out of this of Shark Scope. There's nothing wrong with that, but I play a lot against this guy, which is kind of the reason why I have this on here. Let's try this other guy here. We don't want this website. Let's back up here. We want non-US. We want Party Poker. Okay. All right, who cares? Wins 2.2. That's awesome. So now let's slide this over here. We are in the money. We are 16th out of 39. That's good, right? So we bought into this tournament for $1.10, and we're guaranteed 222. So we've doubled our money. That's pretty good ROI, right? But we want to run that up. A final table here would be very nice. Yeah, don't necessarily fault the guy for calling here, but I'm not sure if that's good enough to call off. But now we have pocket aces, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to jam it here. We cannot fold here, right? Who cares is about to make the money by the looks of it. 424 make 425 make the money. All right, so this is just a call, by the way, right? Because of this, it's just a call. If this guy jams, I mean, we're never folding, right? But we don't if we raise. Right? So now it's 80-20, 90-10, 95-5, and we get it all, right? So it's yay. This is why you don't raise here. There's no reason to raise at this point. Either he's going to call off, or he's not going to call off. Either he's going to raise all in, or he isn't. And if he raises all in, we're not going to fold for one big, right? Especially not with aces. So there's no reason to raise here. You actually have to give some thought to these things and go through of why that is. Let's come around. I'm in 9th place out of 38. What do we got here? Who cares with 12 bigs? Something happened here. Let's go, buddy. Let's come shark scope up this guy. Let's see what this says. It says I got 4 remaining searches today, so let's make them count. Ruzy2 is his name. Okay, so our note says he's a regular. We need more info as to whether he's a weak, medium, or strong reg, though. So that was the note I had. We adjust it because now we actually looked it up. Who cares? And we had some discussion about whether and when and why you should look these guys up. This is one of them, and this is the reason why. So I made that note last month on this guy. This month I looked him up like right now. It looks like the very first hand he played, he won. He won 24-74. That could have been a ticket or something. I'm not really sure, because the very next hand it looks like he dropped. Sorry, this is game 2. He won a ticket. So he played, he won, and then game 2. Game 4, he used the ticket, and he lost at 22-89. So it was a ticket or something that he played. He is currently 1050. What does that mean? Played at 1 point. Played 1050 tourneys. And is currently up $130. So this is one of those 2.2 type of bigs. This is the only guy that can really hurt us. We're not folding this, right? If he jams, we're obviously calling this off. Right, so it's no big deal. But this guy wants to make it just as much as we do, which is why these bets can be smaller the further in the money you get. Right? We need a jack here. No. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. 60-40 pre-flop. We both hit it. He's got 5 outs and he hits a 5 outs. No big deal. So then this note here, back to this, we're actually going to change his label. I think that's pretty strong, right? He's played over 1,000 tournaments. He's up $130. That's pretty good, right? So let's give him some respect, which is why I had him labeled before. He's a strong player. I think we're more or less on the stone cold bubble for Who Cares. His tournament, he's 424 get paid, and there's 427 left in his tournament. So good on you, buddy. Gonna make a couple chips here. You're gonna make 25 cents in poker tournament points. So my understanding is that even though he's playing in a free roll, like a tournament chip tournament, he can then take that 25 cents of free money basically and buy into another tournament. Is that how you is my understanding of that correct? Let's switch this over. There we go. I think that's how that works. So it's not like cash, right? You can't take the money, the 25 cents he wins. That's what this play. Oh, where is he? 424th place and 425 make the money. You can't take that 25 cents and cash it out, right? You have to use it in tournament dollars. Now, I'm assuming that you have a third stat somewhere along the way, a third column in PokerStars that says that you've accumulated X amount of poker dollars here, right? So first place in the tournament that Who Cares is playing. Oh, geez, I'm just getting moved around like crazy here. It's this one, I think. Yeah. In Who Cares' tournament, he just made the money. Yay! First place pays 15.33. So if Who Cares wins this, I'm assuming that he can then take that $15.33 and go play a bunch of different tournaments with free roll. You made the money. Yeah, I see that. Yes. I'm with you. I'm railing you right now. Who Cares got 11.9 bigs. He's sitting at a 424. He's at he's in 174th position. Nice job. And now you're just going to see this rip. People are just going to drop off here like fish. They're just going to drop off like flies. They just can't help it. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I mean, Who Cares? I think 15.33 is for first place in that. He can then take that money and buy into 15 or 14 probably. 14 $1 tournaments. And then that would just decrease your balance until you don't have any more money in that. That's my understanding. So you can play these sites for free. But if you need to take the winnings or have... How did that just drop you from 12 bigs down to 1? Ace King, Ace Queen, and I think Who Cares is out there, right? Yeah. That's okay. Out in 300, so you get 25 bigs there. Still pretty good. 0.25 dollars in tournament dollars. That's a big drop. Holy shit. He had 11 bigs, and then the next hand, he's all in. Obviously, I misunderstood how significant the drops are on that tournament. Holy shit. Okay, let's come back over here because I've kind of missed some of these things. Payouts. Oh yeah, we want to play this one. Oh, we don't have a ticket for this one. Right. Tried to do this before. Win a 50-cent seat to Deep Stack Turbo 550. 3 seats guaranteed. What's this sports fan one? This is not good enough. We're just going to fold out of the way. We're currently in 9th place out of 30. So we did make a pay jump here. Play to win a share of 500 in sports bonus. Exclusive for everyone's every day. Just place a sports bet. Okay, we're not playing. We're not making a sports bet. This one is in 4:20. Starts in 2 hours, so we can't play this one. 2 hours from now, first place pays $100 on a free roll. Oh wait, well, this is the same one. We can't play that one either. What's this one? This is a newbie. Straight to the 24/7 free roll festival with daily big shot tickets, prizes up for grabs. Remember, there's only over 545 newbie free roll. We're going to try and play that one. 5 people get a $109 ticket. 4 depositors only. Okay, we can't play that one. This is a newbie one. What's this one? 4 depositors only. 327. This will be 4 deposit only. Josh Main Poker Community. What's this one? You want to watch online, follow and join the community and get the password on stream. All right, well, let's go take a look at this guy. You made the money. Yeah, I saw that made the money. What's this one? We have no idea who Josh Manley.
Have a good rest of your day.
Josh Manley Poker. He's a poker player, streams 888 poker. 5.5. Ooh, shit, that is loud. 5,500 followers. So I knows what he's going on here. He's done this once or twice. 12 hours ago. Oh, he streams at night. Yeah, he streams overnight. He'll be streaming tonight at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. until 10. Oh, but this guy might be English, actually. Maybe I have seen this guy.
There we go. 55 Rumble. We raise, get 3 bet this short stack here. I mean, I think we're supposed to.
Yeah, so he is English. He's playing 55 Rumble 2K guaranteed.
If they've got like a super strong hand, it kind of sucks because they are reg and they're going to do this with like a number of weak holdings. They do have a bluff to take down a reasonably sized pot there. Josh Manley's one of a kind. Thanks, Rob. Sorry, guys, for the very disjointed start. I should have.
Okay, I'm going to turn this down.
Live, but you know me.
Kings versus 10s over here. I'm surprised he showed up with that strong of a hand, by the way. And this is the same sort of thing, right? There's no reason to raise his kings here because he bets so much that these guys can only call anyway. Right? So yes, you can use a tournament dollars to enter cash tournaments. Yes. So this is who cares? Just he's responding to the question I asked a couple minutes ago, and that was my understanding as well. He and I have talked a little bit about this before. So thank you for clarifying that. Who cares? So who cares? Won 25 cents poker dollars, I guess, in his positioning. He can take that 25 cents and buy into 2 11-cent tournaments, which in turn do exactly what I did, right? So for the record, last year, no, must have been the year before, I did exactly that. I took an 11-cent tournament. Who cares? And I understand it as like what's called a step program. You have to compete in several steps and make your way up, right? Chris Moneymaker did this. He paid $33 or something into some website, won a $1,500 ticket, took that $1,500 ticket and won a main seat event at the WSOP, and then went on to win the WSOP. So that's kind of a step program, right? You can't take the money out. Once you put the $33 in there, you can't take the money out until you're in the final money. This is the same sort of thing. I'm fairly sure that it was an 11-cent ticket that I won, and I played to get a $1.10 ticket. Is that right? I think there was a $1.10 ticket. And then I went all the way up. I ended up having to win 4 or 5 tournaments, and not winning, but placing the top 10. Right? I think the first one is 20 people made the money. So you get, maybe it was a 55-cent ticket. And then you went into, so the 55-cent ticket got a 510, and the 510 got me a 20, and 20 got me a 110, and I ended up playing for $1,000. And I sent Who Cares a picture. I could probably look it up again, but I won $1,000.50. No, $1,050 ticket. It was 6-handed, right? The guy that ultimately won the $10,000, he fired 3 bullets. So he had to either have three $3,000 tickets in his pocket, or because he bought in directly, which I don't think he did, he now has $3,000 in his bankroll. He just bought into it, and he won. And that's just the way it is, right? That's awesome. So we want to try and rail. We're going to connect with Who Cares and find out which cash tournament he's going to play, and we're going to start railing this guy. The difference is that we play at different times. I try to start playing at about 9 o'clock in the morning for a couple of hours, try to win some tickets, get some deep runs going on, and then show/stream those deep runs with you, but not always. I did have a deep nap today, so it kind of was a late start for today. What's this? This is depositors only. Gamblers Empire and Facebook. What is this? We're currently 12th out of 24th, so we're right on the cusp of another pay jump. We're going to make the next pay jump for sure. So we bought in for $1.10. Is that right? Bought into this tournament for $1.10, and we're going to make $3. So we're up a couple more dollars. We want to just keep trudging along here. We want to make a final table is the goal at this point. But so we're going to have to start picking a spot. You can see Jesus here with half a big. Right. He's not going to make it 2 more hands because the ante is going to get him here. So, right, we're just trying to find a spot to chunk it in here as well. Can't allow yourself to. So this is what he's doing. He's now just running the clock because he's hoping that someone else is going to go up before he can, so he can make the next pay jump. So people do this, right? People try to weight it down. You want to do that. I understand the strategy behind that. But people that are really short should be doing that. People with lots of chips should not be doing that. I try to play as many hands as possible because I want to put this guy under pressure. He wants to see people stall it out. He's going to lose out here again. Right? So I try to take the same amount of time all the time to act because I want this guy to go out. I want him to feel the pressure. He's going to wait and he'll act somewhere around here. He's just waiting. He wants to make the next pay jump as well. Yeah, we got 4 seconds. He's just patiently waiting. But other guys are kind of doing the same thing. What you shouldn't do at our table is that. Don't wait that guy out. Yeah, I don't think he even makes it to the big blind, by the way. That's just me. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for 888 Poker. I don't see any tournaments that we are eligible to play. So we're just going to wait and move on to the next one. We got, as I said, Josh Manley up here. We can follow him and get into his game, it says. But we don't have... I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch this guy. Josh Manley, it looks like you're doing a fantastic job playing, doing what you're doing, but I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. He is English, right? So it's 7 hours different. So 3 o'clock is really 10 o'clock in the morning. And he streams at 10 o'clock in the morning every day, which is great. But that's not the time here, right? So they've been generous enough to convert the time for us. Uh, 13th out of 24th. We just dropped here. It's going from 13 to 15, 13. Now it dropped back down to 15th. So I'm 15th out of 24th. Jesus is just waiting here. We should only have 3 tables left, and we do only have 3 tables left in this tournament. So we're going to open up the other table. We are going to fold our 9-10 here. Just opening up the 3 other tables, we're going to slide our counter to see the 24 players who's left. So we got Jesus here with 22,000, so 0.1. The next guy is TBS. So we're going to look at the 2 other tables to find TBS. TBS has 1.1 big, and he's on the button. Right? Come back to the payouts. We're 17th out of 24th. We'll make it into 3. Right? Now there's an all in. He's all in. You have to have a strong hand here. Right? He's not going to risk it. He might. Depending what his hand is, he might. But I'd be protecting as well. I'm not calling it off with AC-Deucey. I figure I can wait for a stronger hand to come along here. What do we got over here? People are just waiting in the background, right? So there's why we don't call with the AC-Deucey. It's 5-6. That's a big in for him. Right? So he gets at least a double up. So he's got 1.1, but it's not enough, right? He's still going to be in the same situation he was when the button was over here. I see TBS over there. He's just waiting for the full time to go around. I have a lot of history with this guy as well. He was throwing some shit earlier on. I don't know why this website loses all the notes on these guys. Maybe I should come up with another way and start writing them down. But I have a fairly good memory on these guys because I see the guy over and over and over again, right? So I looked them up and see what it is. Pocket twos. This is a good hand. We could jam here, but this guy's just going to fold. We don't want to do that. So we're just going to fold our deuces here as well. He's got 0.3 again, so he's going to, let's see, point. Maybe if the button is here, so 1, 2, like 3 hands. 1, 2, 3, 5 hands or so. Probably less than that. 4 hands. He should be all day. Oh, he's not even going to get that far. He's not even going to make the next one. The other guy, TBS, has got 1.9, sorry. This is still a folding hand. At some point in time, we're going to have to quote-unquote gamble it up here, right? What is it we're looking to do here? You can't allow yourself to get to this position because you're going to be in trouble. He just wants to make it to the next page, to the next page up. Should we jam here with our ace-9? This would be the only guy that might call, but then we'd have to hit. But we actually don't want this guy to get in here. We want to push this guy out. And that's it. So now we're down to 23. So the next page up is at 15. So we're going to lose 9 people here. 23 to 15. 8 people, sorry. 8 people. I've got some errands to do, so I think this is actually going to be my last tournament. We lost another person. We're going to lose another person here, unless it's a diamond. It's not a diamond, so we lose another one. 23, we got 22 people, 21 now, 21. I'm 16th out of 21, so we're just trying to find a spot here. We don't care about this. It's the next page up is 15th spot. We just want to find a spot in the next 4 hands here to jam. Unfortunately, this is not one of them. Yeah, this is not one of them. This probably is the one to jam here. We don't think that he's going to fold, but he might. We'll see how it goes. But we have some history with this nervous turkey guy as well. Paired board? No. So we get a full double up from Nervous Turkey. with his hand. We now are going to shoot up the ranks to 9th place out of 21. That's good. You have to have some hands and some gamble and have them hold up, more or less, right? We don't like our hand, but with 21 people holding on to 3 bigs, 2.5 bigs, 2.2 bigs, 2.2, we would have been the blind. So we would have like 1.8 bigs, hoping, waiting, planning for someone to go out, like 5 people to go out, is just not good play. So we gamble it up with our pocket deuces, and if we're out at 21st place, then we're out at 21st place, is what it is. All right, our next goal has been achieved, which is to make it to 20. So we're on the front page, top 20 now. 220 people in this tournament. We've outlasted 201 of those people so far. We have lost a bunch of people. One more is going to bring us down to 2 tables. We're at 17 handed. We're 10 out of 17 now. So now we're coming close to the cusp of the next pay jump. It looks like we just lost on... No, we haven't. But that's going to be a big chunk there. So now we're just looking to ride out here. Let's see. Nexus is 16th place of the chip stack of 17. Where's the other guy? Sanko? Where's Sanko? Sanko's got 1.3. He's got 3 hands. So he's not going to make it. He'll make it to the big blind. And the big blind, he's got to find a hand in between there and double up. This is a razor fold here, right? We're not going to call off 1.7 of our bigs to money this guy up. Let's give up the big blind and wait for another opportunity. This is not a very good hand. We still are not getting a very good hand here. So we got 1, 2, 3. So we should be down to 2 tables here in just a moment. Uh, 16th out of 39th when we came into the money. We're currently 11th out of 17th. I'm going to put down, well, maybe it's a little bit ambitious to put down final table. Still got a long ways to go for that. Excuse me. 1.7. So do we, yeah, we're going to jam here with our ace 5. Either they're going to call it or they're not. Either they're hit or they're not. But he can't take the risk and miss. He can afford it, but that's going to cripple him if he does. So this is why we can make those sort of moves. Nexus is going to be hard pressed here. Sanko is our last chip, our smallest chip stack. I guess he's got 1.1 big. Nexus has got 3.6. This is a jam as well for the same reason. Either we have it or we don't. We're just going to chuck it all in there. We don't want to see any cards. We just want to take down the blinds. So we need a 10 here. No, that's probably not going to help. We need a 10. No, not even a 10. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yay for here. And we're out in 17th place. Right? So we bought in for $1.10. We win 3. And that's just the way it goes. What is... Some... Well, that's very strange. My thing didn't come up. Ace King, Ace 9. Where are we at here? Yeah, 15th. Yeah, so I went out in 17th place on that. That's okay. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for being here. Who cares? Love you, buddy. I got to go for a run. So I'm going to go do that right now. And then I've got a social event at 5 o'clock in 2 hours from now. So my run should be about an hour long. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back here. Yeah, I'll probably play later on tonight, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. My spreadsheet did not update for whatever reason. I don't know why it did that, but it is what it is. All right, you guys have a great day. Have a great afternoon. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. I'm going to plan playing for about 9 o'clock. Mrs. Frostmite, she's going to head out for work about 8:30, for she usually does. I'll get up, have my coffee, blah, blah, blah. Try and go for a run. And so I'm going to try and stream about 10:30 tomorrow. All right, see you guys. Have a great afternoon.